going to YouTube. Adrian back for another video. So I'm all finished up here on this unit. I'm about to go start another single house. Just about 100 meters that way. A little more. But before I leave any house, I always go through a checklist in my head and I look for things that possibly missing. Look for things like missing backings, missing blockings. Right here I want to make sure all my insulation stopped. I got backing, plywood to hold the bats in. Now I want to make sure that plywood extends at least 18 inches from the bottom of the ceiling, which it does. To get in backing, I'm gonna make sure I got plenty of nails. Always put 3 nails in the corners. Make sure my nail patterns are good. Stuff like that. I'm gonna make sure that under the hip I have a block. On each hip, any hip that's holding the rafter needs a support, top and bottom. Make sure I got all the point loads in place. Make sure the drywall is nailed, 16 on center. There's a partition wall there, 16 on center. All the way. In this case, they call for these hurricane straps, each truss, along the anyone that hits the party wall, including the girder. So I want to make sure I have that. Once again, all corners, make sure they're nailed. Make sure the headers are end nailed, both plies. I'll have to remove all this stuff, but there's a bit of commotion down there, so I don't want to throw it down. I'll just boom up my forklift later, remove the rest of this drywall and supports and whatnot. You want to make sure you have all your corners nailed, poly behind, so they can seal this continuous. On these houses, we have to also put hurricane straps on this L. If your truss manufacturer calls for T-braces, you want to make sure that they're in. This particular roof doesn't have T-braces. This has webbing throughout. I always web anything, as a rule of thumb, anything more than 4 feet. In this case, I did all the webbing before I did the sheeting, which was actually much easier. There was a bit of airflow, so I wasn't sweating as much. I feel like I was in a sauna, so I might keep on doing that. Just remember, guys, whenever you have a tub wall, never put a stud in the center. That's where your mixing valve's going to go. Always make sure you keep it away. Give it a few inches. Once again, the loads, make sure they're in place. A lot of the same, all backing, nail pattern on double girders. Make sure you got it all nailed up. All board plates cut out. You got a knee wall, make sure it's tied in below and leveled. Any kind of scaffolding, make sure it's totally removed. I've actually seen drywall around pieces that are still nailed to walls. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it looks to be all good down here, up here. So moving down. Once again, when you go down a floor, you just basically repeat the process. Check for all point loads, including windows are carried down. Plates cut out, backings installed, things of that nature. Make sure all drywall, rock saw is in place. single posts installed. Make sure they're snug right up to the top. Always put a little support here. It will get removed later, just for insurance. In the porch, you want to make sure that your trusses are strapped going sideways. For the aluminum guy, left away from brick. You want to make sure your box, in this case 14 inches wide, is consistent all the way around. These posts will get removed, so you didn't have to worry about putting two posts nice and tight and poly. So they're going to get removed and put actual columns. So, in case you're wondering. Hangers, make sure the landing nicely secured, glued. They always call for landing 60 on center, but I figure sometimes it's the exact same amount of joystick with 12-inch on center, so I just go 12-inch. Always run the corners in. Always run this corner in, this corner support obviously, and I run this corner in. Nail this corner solid to the wall. Remember, make sure you have your Tyvek, or poly, sorry. And in this case, fire break drywall behind. As you can see. Make sure all your point holes are in and nailed. I know this sounds repetitive, but it's just things that you go through each and every house. Once again, make sure your hangers are all nailed up. Just to be all good. Moving down. You have this LP out here. Make sure it's carried down. Make sure you remember your nuts and washers. Anywhere there's going to be a brick lintel going from beam to brick afterwards, we're going to have a post here. So make sure that's cut out in the bottom for the post. Check the door heights. Make sure in this case I have 86. From the cut. So that's just to be sure, just to be clear with you guys, that's not 86 from here, the actual concrete cut, it's 86 from the benchmark, the surveyor's mark. Most houses have that. If not, for a 7-foot door, if they don't have the mark, I always go 92.5 for a 7-foot door from the actual concrete cut, and it always works out nice. So just remember that if there's no mark for a 7-foot door, 92.5 to the top from the actual concrete. Post in. I always leave some braces on, just for peace of mind. Had some crazy weather around here lately. A couple days on this house I couldn't get on the roof because it was, or at least on the sheeting, because it was so windy, and it actually wasn't worth it, but it actually gave me a chance to do all my groundwork and cathedral, webbing, things of that nature. Anyways guys, thanks again for your view. Hope you have an amazing day. Take care and bye for now.